Hey guys, thank you for clicking and saying hello. I haven't actually done one of these videos before on the channel. It's I just wanted to give you a bit of an update. I just wanted to let you know what's going on. There's nothing bad happening. Everything is fine. I haven't been uploading as frequently recently for a couple of reasons. One is I needed to upgrade. You may have noticed in the last episode of the Dark Souls 3 playthrough that the microphone was playing silly buggers, to put it bluntly. It was giving me some grief. I'd been thinking about upgrading for some time, but I hadn't actually taken the plunge and done it, and I finally have. Hence the new fancy looking setup we've got here. So hopefully, after a lot of testing, oh my god, an incredible amount of testing, hopefully this sounds all right. So that's upgrade number one. Upgrade number two is we finally got a PS5. That has been sat on my shelf. We've set it up, we've tested it. It's working beautifully, but I have not played it. And I'm really upset about that. My little boy has been playing Ratchet and Clank, which he seems delighted about, but I haven't had time to actually play it myself. Also, the other thing is that one of my subscribers, he's a real life friend, in fact, he subscribed as a pity vote, but now he actually likes watching the content. Go figure. He donated his copy of Demon's Souls to me so that I could, take a look and do a blind playthrough. But I haven't had the equipment necessary to actually start recording. I haven't been able to do it. We haven't had the box I currently use for PS4 footage will only record at something like 30 FPS, which is nowhere near good enough for, the PS5. So that is another upgrade. Now, I got the Elgato. In fact, it's sat right here. Hang on. This bad boy. We got this. And I was very excited. Got it all set up. Got it all plugged into the PC, and it just didn't work. It did not work. It had an error with USB 3. Now, I have, of course, got a USB 3 connection. I've tested that. It works fine. But the Elgato wouldn't work. And apparently it's quite a common problem. I've done a lot of research in the background, and it is an issue that is quite prevalent apparently, and it's very hit and miss. And there are various fixes, including updating the firmware and finding hacks. But I don't want to do any of that. It seems silly. You pay, you pay a lot of money for a piece of kit. You expect it to work, right? Well, it didn't. So that is going back to the shop. There is another one being delivered later today. Not an Elgato. It's a different brand. I'm using the brand that I've been using historically, which is AVerMedia. So that's the one I've been using for my PS4, and I thought, you know what, it's worked really well with the PS4. Let's get the upgrade. Let's get the upgrade and try it with the PS5. So that is arriving later today. I'm hoping to plug it in and just start recording. Outside of all that, outside of all the upgrades and the testing and the messing around with different technology, I have also been working on a project. I'm not going to tell you what it is yet. I nearly did then by mistake. I've got 12 episodes so far, recorded, edited, and uploaded. They are sat there waiting to go. I think it's going to be somewhere around the 18 or 20 episode mark, I think. I don't know yet because I haven't finished the game in question. But my plan is to announce it with a trailer and then allow Patreons to access the entire season early so they can binge watch it if that is what they would like to do. Now, the reason I'm doing that is, well, I've neglected Patreon. I set it up, and being completely honest with you, it was a bit of a half-assed attempt, mainly because I just didn't know what to do with it. I didn't really know how to come at it. Now I've got this idea. We're going to give it a go. I want to reward the guys that are kind of literally financially supporting the channel. There's a couple of guys, even though my half-assed attempt at trying to offer perks, even though they were a bit lame, they're still supporting me. So I wanted to reward them, and it only makes sense to do so. So my hope is that the new project will be, fucking hell, motorbikes, piss off. Ugh. So my hope is that the new season will be ready to rock and roll sometime in December. It shouldn't be too much longer. I'm coming toward the end of the game. Much of the editing of the footage that I've already recorded has been done and the uploads have been taken care of. I think there's going to be another 6 episodes I need to pull together, maybe something like that. I am working hard in every hour outside of my day job and childcare. I am working every hour I can get away with to get this over the line so that we can start launching. In the meantime, though, as soon as this new capture box arrives and works, I'm going to start recording Demon's Souls, and we're going to upload that in the usual regular way. On top of that, I also plan to start tinkering around with some other games as well. Based on the back of my old channel, the old channel which I've now neglected shamefully for a little while. It's got 13,000 subscribers, and God bless them, I haven't put any content out on there for a while. But I still get the occasional offer of games, to test out before it goes live or review. So I'm going to try to start picking that back up as well. And the idea being that I will do the gameplay here and do the review over there. Again, don't know if it's going to work, don't know if it's the right thing to do, but we're just going to do our best and see how it goes. I think that's it for news. I suppose the only other thing to say is thank you for sticking around. There has been a little bit of a content drought recently. I hope to remedy that in the very, very near future. I am keen. It's, it's so frustrating doing all this recording, and I'm editing the footage, and I'm kind of chuckling to myself at stupid things I've said or stupid things I've done, and I want to show you. So I've got all this content that I want to put out there, but I'm going to stick to the plan. I don't want to just set it live because I feel like I've shortchanged myself and you. So there is a plan. It is a work in progress. Just bear with me a little bit longer, and we'll be back on, hopefully back to, weekly uploads, more than once weekly, I'm hoping. I'd like to be at the 2 to 3 episodes of something per week, at least, really. Ideally, I want to get daily. Don't know how achievable that is, but I'm working hard. So, okay. I think that is long enough. I think I've whittled on for a while. Funny thing is, I can't remember everything I've just said. So when I go to edit this, I'm going to remember something, and then I'm going to have to bolt it on, and the edit's going to look really weird and stupid, and I'm going to be kicking myself about it. But that's how I roll. My brain has leaks in it. Something I forgot. Typically, games I'm interested in, games I've got my eye on, which I'm considering doing stuff for the channel. I've got a list right here, so hang on, I'll run you through this very quickly. So we've got Bleak Faith Forsaken, which I am really keen on. I did like an early kind of preview of it on the other channel. It looks incredible, and I love the work ethic of the developers. There's literally 2 guys that are building that game. If you haven't heard of Bleak Faith Forsaken before, go check that out. It looks amazing. Apparently it's coming out in December, although they haven't given a release date yet, so it might get pushed. I don't have any inside information, I'm guessing, but really hopeful for that game. Elden Ring, of course, that is February, I think, next year, so that's definitely on the cards. A couple of other games that I've looked at trailers and they look amazing. Haven't got early access, I don't think, unless a miracle happens, but we're looking at games like Solstice, Sifu, which is February 2022, Source of Madness, V Rising, Thymesia, The Lies of P, Rise of the Awakener, but I think that's 2023, and then there's Black Myth Wukong again, which is 2023. So I've got a lot of stuff that I'm looking at, and I'm keeping an eye and I'm making lists and whatnot. So there are a lot of games that I want to get into, which means I need to get on with the work. So without any further ado, I think we're going to wrap it up there. Thank you again for joining me. I really appreciate you sticking around this long. If you've got any more games that you have in mind that you would like me to add to my list and start thinking about, do feel free to give me a nudge. Of course, Dark Souls 3, we've got to do the DLC. I have not forgotten that. That is definitely still on the cards as well. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for your support. The 590 odd of you that are here, thank you for subscribing. I really appreciate it. Hopefully the upgrades are going to show an increase in quality for the channel, both in the audio and the video. The next upgrade I would like to get is a new webcam. Oh, that's a lot of money though for something actually decent, so that might take me a while, but for now, hopefully you will see the quality of the videos increase. Hopefully. No promises. Thank you for watching this video. Thank you for sticking around to the end. In fact, if you leave me a comment, let me know if you stuck around this far. I'd be grateful. Me just whittering on has probably got a bit of a shelf life. Anyway, I'm going to wrap it up there. Thank you so much for sticking with me. There will be new content coming out very soon. I'm working hard. Believe me, I'm working really hard. And hopefully you'll see the product of that very, very soon. Thank you again. Take care. Stay safe. Bye-bye now.